Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Man About Town. We are a production of 321 Media, and we are being sponsored by those great people at Valenti Subaru at Dunn's Corner in Westerly. I had hoped to be looking up at the smiling face of Bill Hanney from Theater by the Sea this morning. I will be listening to his smiling voice because he has a smile in his voice. We've had a little technical difficulty this morning, unfortunately. I have been looking at Bill Hanney from Theater by the Sea for a number of years now, seeing all the fantastic productions and things that he has done since he took over about 19 years ago. Amazing. And we are now in the 93rd year of Theater by the Sea. I think of all the times I've seen him on stage hollering, "Where are my season ticket holders?" and all the other great things he says in his curtain speech. The one thing I will remember most was seeing him in high heels with sequins for kinky boots. Good morning to you, Bill Hanney. Do I have you? Nothing.
No, he's right here. He's just muted himself. Hey, Bill.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Okay.
can.
I can see you and hear you.
Oh, good. Did you hear that award-winning intro?
I did of the Kinky
Good.
Boots moment.
All right. Okay, we are. I don't know. For the people who don't know you, I honest to God don't know what to call you. I was thinking impresario. I was
I hear that
thinking
a lot.
producer.
I
I was
am that.
thinking risk taker because you take great risks and they almost always work out. And then I thought, and a little bit wacky. That's what makes you so great, really. So, welcome again. And thank you for taking the time. You have so many irons in the fire. For people who don't know you, in addition to Theater by the Sea here in Matunic, Rhode Island, he also has the theater in Beverly, Massachusetts.
Yes,
He
North Shore Music Theater.
Right, which right now is doing that wonderful rock and roll show that I bet's going to be here in a year or so.
It's Rock of Ages.
Right. And you've gotten some fantastic reviews. You
My
really
God,
have.
I'll be honest with you. I saw it the other day opening night, and it was way better than I expected it to be. Frankly, I didn't really want to see it, and I'm so happy I did see it. It's got great music. It is about one of the funniest shows I've seen in a while. Just a nice, refreshing change from a lot of the stuff that is done on Broadway.
Well, when you put your hand on something, you just have a knack. You just seem to know it's going to work. I know the people of Seekonk, Massachusetts are thrilled because you're giving them their movie theater
No,
back.
Swansea, yes.
Oh, it's Swansea? Okay, I thought it was Seekonk. I thought
No,
it was the one.
Seekonk was the showcase. It's now, I think it's a
Right.
market basket.
Oh, okay.
We
All
are
right, well,
we are in
Swansea's
just.
not far.
Oh no! Oh my God, no! It's great because it's
Next
between
town.
Fall. It's right between Fall River and Providence, and it's been there forever. It used to be. I built the theater originally, and then we sold it to Regal, and we got it back. It's been closed since the pandemic. We finally made a deal with the current landlord, and we're renovating it. Phase one renovation is happening as we speak. Cleaning just repainting, recarpeting, all that stuff, and then we're about to order the luxury recliner chairs, which take about 3 to 4 months to make.
Yeah, they're
And that will be a
wonderful.
place to see a movie. Heated seats, reclining, three motors, big screens, big sound, plenty of parking right up the highway. I can say no more.
Okay. Well, you've said plenty. And if we haven't said enough, I just found out at about 4 o'clock this morning when I was doing a little research that you're doing a little tiny something at the Cape Cod Mall.
Yeah, something small. I had nothing
Bill
better to do.
Hanney's new entertainment center or entertainment
Experience.
expo.
Yep,
Ah,
it's entertainment experience, and it's something that we're in another old Regal, not old, but a former Regal theater. It's 50,000 square feet, which is quite large. as you can imagine. And under that one roof, I've decided to put everything together that entertains people. Uh, 9 luxury cinemas with the beautiful chairs, big sound already in. Phase one is done. Phase two is going to be a 700-seat Broadway concert theater. Phase two will also include a 200-seat cabaret theater and a 200-seat lounge up above the lobby, looking down at the lobby of all the people coming in, all hopefully having a great time. It should be amazing. And the best part about this is we're going to bring the shows from Theater by the Sea,
Oh,
already put together.
that's great. Same cast
Same
too?
way we're gonna move them. We're gonna instead of putting them instead of putting the shows in a dumpster and a bus back to New York, it'll be in a truck and a bus to Hyannis
A
with
bus
the
and
cat.
truck, the
Yep,
old way of doing a show. That
to
is
get it from here to there.
fantastic. You know,
Yeah,
the one thing you did not mention, and yet I did read a quote online, the toilets. You talked about the fabulous
the
toilets.
bathrooms. No,
Yeah,
the bathrooms. I got to tell you something, and this is not my words. We went all out. These bathrooms, every wall is marble. They came up better than we expected. People say they've never seen a nicer bathroom. Forget in a movie theater. Pretty much the Ritz, they say. We went all out, and they are just gorgeous. And there's a lot of them. You know, usually when you go to the show, anywhere, it could be Theater by the Sea, it could be PPAC, it could be Boston, anywhere. When it comes into mission, there's long lines at the bathrooms, usually for the gals, and you know
that's
that.
right.
We have 36 ladies stalls,
Oh my
26
gosh.
men's. You'll hopefully you won't have to wait even if we sell the house out at intermission if it's 10 minutes long, you know?
I bet we're the only show right now on the air talking about 36 stalls.
Exactly. Hey, one
I
of the more
can
important things you need in life, you have to go to the bathroom.
I can remember a few years ago when you were doing some remodeling at Theater by the Sea and
Yep.
you added more ladies' rooms
Yes,
and
we
you
did.
got big cheers from the stage from the ladies in the
You,
audience.
I've got the biggest cheers I've gotten from my stages when I first added the air conditioning in this beautiful barn theater, and then when we added the extra bathrooms. I said, "Well, we also do shows. You can give me a cheer for those." Kidding.
Speaking of the beautiful Barn Theater, this Friday night is opening night of a show that wasn't even going to be this year.
No.
The fourth show of the season was going to be On Your Feet, the Gloria Estefan musical, the big hit.
Yep.
But Bill got a fantastic opportunity to do a world premiere. Is this your first world premiere?
No, we did a world premiere a few years back called Love and Other Fables,
Mhm.
which was a terrific musical comedy. This one here is quite different. It's the basically this not the story but the music. It celebrates more the music and the friendship of Carole King and James Taylor. And I loved it because I said, number one, anytime we can be a world premiere, that's always a little feather in our cap.
Sure
And
is.
after hearing about what the show is all about, I'm looking so forward to seeing it.
Well, their music is magnificent.
Absolutely. And we did beautiful, if you remember a couple of years ago, the Carole King musical, and that was a smash hit. So we know that people they like her. And who doesn't like James Taylor?
Exactly. Now, would you call this a jukebox musical or
Yes,
a
I would
musical
know.
with
I would. Yeah, it's funny because that's what people are saying. It's not really even a jukebox musical. It's more of a celebration of friendship and a life of two people, accompanied by the music and a few stories that go along with it that just pull the thing together for an amazing 90-minute show with no intermission. I tried to fight that, but people are just. From what I'm hearing, this thing is terrific, and it's already booked to go on the road across America. It's already being booked.
and it all started here.
It's all going to start right. Well, it's happening right now as we speak, and it opens first preview, I believe, is Thursday, and then opening night is Friday night
You
for
know,
4 weeks.
that is a beautiful way to end a great season. This is a small cast, though, isn't it?
It is. We love those. It's a lot easier.
I know
Um,
your last couple of shows, I mean, the people are hanging off the stage,
we
but
had
they,
29 people in Titanic, and I said to
I know,
Kevin, who was my director, I go, "How do we fit all those people on this little stage?" And
but
if
he
you if
did very
a-
well.
and they didn't look crowded. I said,
Not at
we
all.
can't even tell that many people. I said, "Are you sure there are 29?" I lost count after 20, so I figured I'll take it for your word, Kevin.
What, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he knows what he's boy, does he know what he's doing.
he's my best
Tell
director. Honest to
Tell
God.
us, please, about this show. This is called You've Still Got a Friend,
Yep,
correct?
exactly.
Tell us
Yep.
about the performers. There are what, four of them?
There, well,
So,
the musicians and the actors, there's four or five, I can't remember. But it's really, it celebrates the friendship. And I didn't even know there was such a terrific friendship between James and Carol for over 30 years. And when you put their music together, and a lot of music that you'll hear, they did for other people. They didn't record them. So it's just going to be, it's like, how do I describe it? Do you remember the Rat Pack we did a few years
oh,
back?
yeah, exactly.
Which that was we if you remember that was our first show for that season, and we sold it out for 3 weeks and brought it back in September for an encore, a lot like that, which just kind of, but more of a story. But no, that had a story also. It's just talking about the in that case the four people that were in the Rat Pack and their lives together, and most importantly their wonderful music.
How did you get the opportunity to do the world premiere? Did someone come to you and say, "You're Bill Hanney and everything you touch turns to gold," or did you have
Well,
to
they
fight
didn't say.
for it?
Yeah, that's funny. No, it's funny because the Seth Greenleaf, who's the producer of this show, was involved in us getting on your feet because he had the rights to it on a national tour. And Seth,
And
I
he's a
did.
Tony Award winner, a multi, isn't he?
Yes, he is. We did together. We did on Broadway, along with a few other people. The Shark is Broken, which was the story about Jaws, the back scene, what was going on in the background, which I then brought, reproduced a show in Beverly at Theater by the, sorry, at North Shore, and then I also then the main reason I had gotten involved. I wanted to do this show on Martha's Vineyard during the 50th anniversary of the release of that movie, and we pulled it all off, which is great. But that's how I know Seth mainly, and he brought this to me, and I said, "Absolutely, we'll do On Your Feet any year we want. We're gonna. This is the only opportunity to do a world premiere of this."
Right. So I know you've been asking the people because I got a survey about what they want to see next year.
Yep,
Do you
yep.
follow those pretty closely
We
and
do. We
talk to your
absolutely do.
people?
We do. When we see something jumping out off the pages, we say, "Well, that's got to be mean something." And it's funny because out of the first slot, there were four tiles. I think there was funny thing happened. We're in the forum, something else, and they're playing our song, and that was the leader of the pack in that. And I said, "I don't even know anybody knows what this show is. It's not been done."
Really?
Often it's Neil Simon's and Marvin Hamish's music, and I saw the show on Broadway many years ago
I
and
did too.
loved
Robert
it.
Klein and Lucy
Yep,
Arnaz,
Lucy Arnaz,
right?
exactly. And it was a great show. And I said, I said, and everybody kept saying, "Well, why don't you do it? Why don't you do it?" I said, "I don't think anybody really knows it." Then we were quite surprised. So that will probably be our first show if the rights are available
It's a good
next
one.
season. I think so. And then suddenly we threw on that Les Miserables. We threw on, Legally Blonde, Come From Away. So we're going to have four titles. As soon as we get the rights to them locked down, we're going to be announcing them shortly. Hopefully I can do it Friday night, but I don't think we'll have the rights locked down by then. But we may just hint towards it. If they're available, we'll have it. And hopefully people want to see it.
That's fantastic. So you said the show for Friday night, You've Still Got a Friend, is without an intermission. It's 90 minutes. It's going to be
Yep,
90 minutes of fantastic music. And I
absolutely.
know I was looking ahead. You've got a lot of shows that are nearly sold out. So if people want
Oh,
to
yeah.
see this, they better
Yeah.
do something and not wait. Am I
I
right?
would always inquire. We only have 500 seats, so we're locked into 4 weeks in this particular run because we only have between May and basically September to do our shows there. We can't get more time. We can't get more seats, so we tend to. That's why we're such a heavily subscribed theater because people know if they don't subscribe, they probably will get shut out. And I would encourage theaterbythesea.com. Go and get your tickets. You will not be disappointed.
I wouldn't think so. Tell us a little bit about the actors who are in it. Have they come from New York? You do your auditions usually in January, don't you?
Yeah, but again, this show is really being produced more by Seth and his team. We're just along for the ride. So our involvement is just to be along for the ride and see what kind of magic he puts on my stage. So I don't know much about. I know that they of course, they're New York actors. Everybody, you could be from Wisconsin and you're a New York actor too. That's where you end up,
Right.
in New York. But knowing Seth, these people are pretty accomplished, pretty terrific. So I don't think there will be any disappointment there.
That's amazing. Tell us a little more about the theater in Beverly. I have been to the North Shore Music Theater a number of times. It's got to be one of the largest. It's Theater in the Round. Got to be
Yes,
one of the largest in New England. It's
it is.
absolutely beautiful. It's right off the highway.
Right off
There's
128.
food, there's a bar, there are some great people that work there.
No doubt
It's
about it.
people from here should not worry about packing a lunch. It's a great day trip. If you want to stay
Absolutely.
overnight, there are hotels, but
But I encourage people. I say people like from Rhode Island. A lot of people, not a lot, but people come from Rhode Island. Say, go to a matinee. Go to 2 o'clock on a Sunday. There's no traffic. You see the show. Grab dinner after and go home. But it's 1,500 seats in the round. I purchased it in 2010. We redid all the lobbies and the courtyard. The grounds are spectacular. Well, you've seen them. We
yes.
have we have the outside grill house now, which people love. It's just a great, and seeing theater in the round is something very special. You become part of the show, as you know, if you remember, the actors come down the aisle literally right next to you if you're on the aisle seat and hit that stage, and they come from every different direction. We just, as I said, we're currently doing Rock of Ages, and it's just so much fun to see all the actors come right by you, stand next to you, be singing, doing whatever they're supposed to do, and you're literally part of the show.
And there are no bad seats because when they come,
Nope,
there's no such thing as I want the A section or the B
nope.
section. They're coming from all over.
And it's funny you say that because most people don't want the front. You want more of the middle to the back because you're
I
taking the
would think
whole
so.
stage. The whole stage becomes in your eye instead of having to look around if you're so close. It's like watching a movie on a big screen and being in the front row. You're going to get a neck crick.
I'm trying to remember the very first show I saw there. It might have been The Most Happy Fella, and that was a long time ago. That was before
Yeah.
you.
Way, way before me. I don't know if that was probably before the fire because they had a fire in 2000, I think five, when they
Yeah, it
renovated
was.
the inside and went from 1,800 seats down to 1,500 seats. It's a very big theater. It's hard to fill 16 performances of anything in that many chairs. But we do well there. It's a great theater. It's a beloved institution. People just adore that theater. And we're looking at a few other theaters in the area that we're gonna complement our North Shore Theater with them.
You don't have
So,
enough to do?
nah, we need a few more.
Uh, do you ever sleep or what?
Oh, of course, absolutely. It's important, but I tend to stay very busy. I work basically 7 days a week, but not 8 hours a day. Like if I live in Brewster on the Cape, and if I'm there, I'll spend maybe 20 minutes on the beach, and then say I'm bored and go back up and do something on the computer.
I'm surprised you didn't build a theater on the Cape. I mean, on the beach.
On the beach, that would be more. Well, the main reason I was so sick of having to drive 2.5 hours in either direction to see my shows, I said I want to see them a little closer on a Saturday night. So I'll build a theater.
Now, the Bill Haney's Entertainment Experience on the Cape, you said
Yes.
that's 50,000 square feet,
Yep.
correct?
It is.
What will you have? I know you're going to have movies, and what will you have for theater in terms of seating?
In the Broadway theater, we'll have things like next year, whatever. One or two of those shows that I just mentioned that we're going to have next year at Theater by the Sea will travel to this theater.
No, I
On the
mean,
cabaret,
how many seats will you have? I guess I
oh,
didn't
there's
say
700 seats.
700 seats.
Yep, 700 seats. We're in construction now with expanding that theater. We're about to take what used to be Cinema 10, a huge room, and it'll be a duplicate of the stage at Theater by the Sea because I don't want to have the actors have to learn anything new. They'll just blindfold them, take them to the Cape, do the show again tonight. We're in the construction with 4 stories inside the building of dressing rooms and costume shops and offices to support that theater. We're building a kitchen that I'm told is the most technology kitchen ever. It can do 200 filet mignons at different temperatures. All pretty much as soon as you can plate it, you can bring it out. It's amazing. The technology is amazing, and that will be for the Cabaret Theater.
Everything that's coming out of your mouth is amazing. And
Hey,
I'm
yeah.
looking and I'm saying 700 seats. Now you divide that into 36 toilets, right? Stalls.
See, only I love that. Only you would do that. Does it work? Does the math work?
Yeah, I don't know, but the thing that's so amazing is how you do think of everything, which I just absolutely love. I know your time is very short this morning. I know you're
Whatever
talking.
you need, whatever you need.
Oh, good. Then
I'm
you can be on till 9, 10 o'clock. We'll go
I,
get coffee.
let's do it, but I'll get in trouble for being late in my office. The girls will scream at me.
You know, the one thing I'd like to know is you took this theater over in 2009, right? Or
A
seven?
seven, a seven. Yep.
2007. Where did Bill Hanney grow up? What did you want to be when you were a little kid running around New England or
Yep.
Wisconsin or wherever you came from? Did you say, when I grow up, I'm going to be an impresario?
No, actually, I went to. It's a long, but I'll make it short story.
That's okay.
We were living in Dorchester, Massachusetts,
Yep.
and there was a new theater that got built, and my mom had gone there to see a movie, pretty much the opening week or two, and she said, oh, there's a new theater, you're gonna love it, and I said, great, and I said, so I went down the next day, Saturday morning, to apply for a job, and the gentleman said, I can't pay you, you're only 14 years old. So I said, but I want to work here. So I would clean up between the matinees, and my payment was free movie posters and movies.
Aha.
And that's how it started. I got the bug, and at 19, I got my first theater, and at 19 and a half, I got my second movie theater. And
All right,
then the second,
wait, let's move back up just a little bit. At
yep,
19, you got your first theater where?
Hyde Park,
Movie, and this was a regular movie
regular
theater.
old movie theater. Yep, old single movie theater.
So you weren't doing any remodeling and adding
No,
toilets and
no, only
food
because
and
it was no, because it was being run by a lovely lady. She was getting up there in years, and her name was Rose. And I was there on one Friday night, and what they then called the project kids were being a little bit, rambunctious, nothing like today. And I just said, Rose, he said, how do you do this every week? She goes, I just do it. I go, why don't you sell me the theater? I don't know why those words came out of my mouth, because number one, we couldn't even afford to think
I
about.
was going to
We
say, at
didn't to
19,
lease
did
it.
you have funds to buy a
No,
theater
no,
then?
we were actually, my mom, single mom, raising four kids, was on welfare. That's how, because my dad had left us, and she took over, and God rest her soul, she did a great job raising four kids. But Rose said to me, "Okay, let me think about that." Then I didn't know how to really retract the words, because they already had come out. And so over, the next month or whatever, we made a deal. She helped me out immensely. Pay me rent by the week, and I'll pay the oil bill, pay it when it comes in. And I had all the connections with the film companies, because I used to be working at that other theater. I'd already worked myself up to manager, and so they all wanted to help out. Even the Boston Globe gave me credit, which is kind of amazing. Yeah, they
That is,
mostly when you pay for an ad, they say pay us in front. But that launched me into my second theater, which was in Fitchburg, and then I started doing by accident concerts, and I said, "Oh, I like this business." So it was a rental, and I said, "I'm going to do more of these," and I did them on my own, and then I wanted to branch out from there, so I went to Worcester to do concerts, and the people in Worcester said, "We don't want concerts, we want Broadway," and I go, "Well, I really don't think I've ever seen a Broadway show, but tell me more," and then I launched my first. Season there was called Broadway Comes to Worcester. It was Chorus Line, Annie, Ain't Misbehaving, and Marcel Marceau, which was the
ooh,
famous mime. And then I went on to Broadway Comes to Springfield, Broadway Comes to Portland, Maine, Broadway Comes to Burlington. I almost bought not bought, yeah, well, I almost acquired the American Shakespeare Theater in Stratford.
in Stratford, Connecticut. Yeah.
Probably about 10 years ago, and we just couldn't make a deal with them. And unfortunately, they were stubborn, and it burnt to the ground a couple of years ago, which is a
Yeah.
shame. Sometimes people have an opportunity, they don't seize it.
Those of you who are watching or streaming along with us, and you're saying, "Well, that's a lucky guy. That, yeah, he's a rich guy. He had money to do that."
uh-uh.
It comes down to two words: hard work.
Yep, yep. My
It
my
really
mom, my
Your mom
mom.
was a single mom on welfare, raising
Yep,
4 kids.
working as a cocktail waitress in South Boston.
Ooh,
Um,
that's a tough area. Southie?
Not
Or
really then. It
it
was
was
it
then.
was at the Howard Johnson's. No, you're right. It was then, but I experienced that when I used to work at the theater in Dorchester because they would the bad gang, not gang in the word term gang, the bad folks from the bad areas would come on dollar night. So I had my hands full as a 14-year-old, 15-year-old. Shut up, or I'm throwing you out, and that didn't go so well. They
Isn't
threw me out.
isn't Donnie Wahlberg also from
Yep, yep,
Dorchester?
yep,
I we
yep,
should get
yep.
him
Mark.
to do a show for you.
What's so funny is saying that we're trying to build the theater at North Shore has 26 acres of land, and we're looking. Matter of fact, I have a meeting today at noon with some people who want to build a movie studio on the property because I decided 2 3 years ago when the tax credit changed, I said let's now they have a great tax benefit from filmmakers, but no place to make a film. So we started on our little journey to see if we could build some sound stages. So we're working on that now.
Before we let you go and go to commercial, because I promised Karen we would not keep you beyond the half hour, let's go back and do a commercial for You've Still Got a Friend. Tell people what's going on, when it opens, what it's about, because we have people that tune in at different times during the day,
Yeah, first
and how
first
they can
preview.
get tickets, because if they don't get them this weekend, they probably won't be able to get them so easily.
I kind of agree with you, and yeah, well, actually, I like saying that, but I kind of agree with you. That's why I always tell people buy early. If you want to see something, buy it early. But it starts. The first previews are Thursday. Opening
Right.
night is Friday. It runs for 4 weeks. And again, it's the Carole King and James Taylor music of their friendship and story of their friendship. As much as we've been able to put together by research, that's what Seth tells me. And I'm just so looking forward. And number one, if you don't like James Taylor or Carole King's music, don't bother coming.
No.
But if you
You know
do, you
something
must.
that's true of any jukebox type musical. If you don't like it, don't
Don't
go.
don't go. I mean, if you don't like Barry Manilow, don't go see don't see the music about his life. Or whoever we have out there.
Exactly. I can remember there is a news anchor here in Rhode Island who said that when he was dating his wife, she said, "Don't ever take me to see anything with ABBA because I don't like their music." And for her birthday, that's exactly what he did.
Took
He
her to
bought
Mamma Mia.
tickets for Mamma Mia, and they had a huge fight. So,
I know. Well, I
yeah,
hope she liked it
I
at
mean,
the
that just
end.
makes sense. It really does.
No, you're absolutely right. And this is the. By the way, as far as the entertainment experience on Cape Cod, we expect to draw people from everywhere because then a lot of people vacation in the summertime on
Of
Cape
course they
Cod.
do.
So we just we created a new website. It's called Entertainment Experience CapeCod.com, and we're inviting people to sign up to be the first to know. And we're giving away movie tickets, season pass, a lot of giveaways just by signing up. And most importantly, you'll be in the know for as things are happening and what's going on. And it's free to sign up, and you get those opportunities.
When
Entertainment
does it
Experience.
actually open, or is part of it open now?
Part of it's the nine luxury theaters are open now, and this has been the best summer, one of the best summers in the movie industry in a long, long time. So we're doing lots of business with moviegoers, but we hope to look for like middle of springtime to get the rest of it done, or at least close. The one will probably lag behind will be the Cabaret Kitchen, because we don't think that is as important as the Broadway theater, so people can at least go and have a drink and see a show.
Yeah, they don't need 200 filet mignons at one time. They want the show.
They want the show. We don't even allow a cheeseburger in the Broadway theater because it's going to be knockout Broadway gorgeous. Believe me.
Well, all your theaters are knockout Broadway gorgeous, even Theater by the Sea, because,
My treasure.
yeah, I mean, it's a 93-year-old
Yep.
barn,
Yep.
and
Yep.
it is absolutely wonderful. It has kept the structure, it has kept the feel. You've got
Yep.
some of the nicest ushers that work there. Some of
All
those people,
volunteers, aren't they terrific? And
they
they love
are.
what they do. They really do it.
I love the little old guys in the parking lot who keep
Oh
saying, "Back
yes, oh
up,
yes.
please, back up, back up."
Yeah,
They are
they take
terrific.
their lives in their hands.
Yeah,
It's really
they do.
God.
I've seen
No,
some of them.
and it's funny. Yeah, no, it's funny because nobody can figure out to air condition the barn theater without drywall and insulating the inside, and I refuse to do that. I refused. So finally, we figured out over the years how to do it. Because basically, sometimes you can see the sun through the walls with the cracks, so you don't want to really, and what does air conditioner do? Escapes into the outside. So, but we figured it out. We turn it on a couple hours before it cools it right down to a reasonable temperature. People enjoy it. That year I put it in, our ticket sales went up 25%. We paid for pretty much the first year. That's how badly people wanted AC at the Theater by the Sea, but we didn't
Well,
destroy the
even
character.
that, even with the ocean behind you, it could get
Uh,
pretty hot in the
oh,
summer and
yes.
stuffy.
I kind of missed, though, we used to keep the doors open, as you remember, because you had
Yes.
to. But at nighttime, you'd hear the crickets in the ocean in the background, the crashing waves. It was really something special.
Well, you can
It
go
is something
stand
special.
outside and listen to that. The rest of us will be cool.
Exactly. That's what I figured. You want to listen to the ocean, you want to be cool and watch a great show. They chose that.
All right. It's the nice thing about all your theaters. They all have their own setting, their own
Different.
vibe,
Yep.
and it's great. It really is.
It's true.
Bill
They're all
Haney,
different.
and call him when you meet him or see him. It's Haney, not Haney. There's two
Thank
N's.
you. Two
I
ends.
was singing as I was coming over. Liza with a Z, not Lisa with an S. So it's Hanny with two N's.
Well, my friend of mine has since passed on, Stephen. He said he would rhyme it with Annie. Hanny, Annie. And he would
Right. There
always
you
sing
go.
Annie, Annie. And I go, well, that's what I tell people. Hanny like an Annie.
Very good. We will see you on Friday night
Look forward to it.
and see you up on stage, hopefully not wearing high heel boots. Although I am still amazed how well you, and I guess Kevin was with you, how well you walked in those boots.
Oh, I
I
did.
mean,
I
they
did it
were,
again oh my God, let me tell you, I did it at North Shore when we did Kinky Boots a year or so later, and I refused to move. We came up on the lift, and I would refuse to move. I said, if I move, and that's a theater where you can't just face one way. You got to
that's
talk to
right.
your audience in all the different directions. I said, I apologize to the people in the back for seeing my back, but I'm not moving because I'll fall down.
They were absolute stiletto heels.
And Kevin's prancing around because he's a dancer. I said, you make
He
me
is
look
a
really
dancer.
bad, So
The guy
yeah.
weighs like 90 pounds. Yeah,
Tell me about
he
it.
can do that. Hey,
Exactly.
we will see you on Friday night, and I hope we'll see the rest of you at Theater by the Sea and all these other theaters. We're going to take a break now. Thank you again, Bill Haney.
Thank you.
We will be back in just a little bit. I'm going to be talking to producer Ben Barber. Then we got the movie guy coming in. So we have a lot going on. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We are Man About Town, a production of 321 Media. I have a co-producer with me this morning. I have Braden the Wonderful, and we'll be back shortly.
Wood River Health provides medical, dental, and behavioral health care to over 10,000 people a year, even when they can't afford to pay for the care they need. The cost of providing healthcare services has increased, and the grant funding we receive doesn't fully cover the cost of patient care. We, like other community health centers across the country, count on community support to keep our doors open. With your help, we can keep serving as a safety net for your neighbors. Will you help us invest in our mission?
If you want a sweet treat or a bite to eat, if you're shopping for the week or a great piece of meat, there's only one place to go. Meet me at Dunn's Corners Market. Meet me at Dunn's Corners Market. If you're here for the weekend or you're here for a lifetime, meet me at Dunn's Corners Market.
At Lathrop Insurance, our core values guide everything we do, because insurance is more than a policy. It is a promise. We care. We treat every client like family. We're solutions driven. We find answers, not excuses. We utilize teamwork. We do what we say because integrity matters, always. And we're always growing. We strive to be better today than we were yesterday. These values have shaped 86 years of service to Rhode Island families and businesses.
Saturday, August 22nd at 1 p.m., join the Smoke and Barbecue competition at Tavern on 3, 809 Newsnack Hill Road, West Greenwich, benefiting Veterans, Inc. Come hungry and ready to enjoy barbecue, 2 live bands, raffles, and family fun for just $35. Think you have the best barbecue around? Enter the competition for just $25. Call 401-255-6673 to register by August 15th.
She's everywhere. She's everywhere. She's a man about town and she knows what's going down.
Welcome back to Man About Town. We are a production of 321 Media. And I am here with my co-producer, Braden. Are we on, Braden?
We are on. Did he leave? Where'd he go? There he is.
There he is. Okay. Yeah, my regular producer, the old guy, Ben Barber, is,
Wow.
well, compared to Braden, I mean, we're all ancient.
Braden, pull that mic close to you.
Is that him or me? At any rate, I just wanted to tell everyone that we are brought to them by Valenti Subaru at Dunn's Corner. And I've gotten some information from them. Right now on the new Outbacks, they are doing a 0.9 APR financing. That's like unheard of in the area. So if you are looking for a new car, you want a Subaru, and you want a Subaru not because I'm telling you, not because they're sponsoring Man About Town, but I just read that according to Consumer Reports, Subaru is the best overall automotive brand 2 years running.
Absolutely. You know, Rona, my mother-in-law just bought a Subaru from Valenti Subaru, and she absolutely loves it.
That's we should get her on. I assume she got a good deal then.
No, we shouldn't.
She'd be on for about 3 hours.
She would be on for about 3 hours, Braden said. Obviously, she likes to talk, right? Yeah. Braden, I guess people can see you when you nod, but it's probably better if you also talk, because some people are on their way to work, and if they stop and they look at you, they would need an Outback when they get out of the hospital. One of the things that Subaru does nationally, they are always doing promotions, and they get their local dealers to go along with them. And it's always Feel the Love or anything to do with love. And right now they are doing Subaru Loves Learning. They are funding school supplies because, yes, it's almost time for back to school. Oh, you're clapping, Braden? I thought you'd be making a face. You're looking forward to going back to school?
I mean, kind of. It's a little boring at home.
It's a little boring at home, he said. Okay. All right. Why is it boring? We could really get in trouble. Why is it boring? They're not entertaining you enough? Take your hand down so we can hear you.
It's crazy for me to say that after playing video games for a long time, it gets a little boring because it's like the same thing over and over. And
do you know we've got this thing in town called the library? It's not just books, it's crafts, it's Dungeons and Dragons.
I actually do play D&D with a bunch of friends.
Aha, and you play there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, good.
No, I play at my friend's house.
Hey,
Oh.
Rona,
Yes, sir.
slider number 2 on the mixer next to you. Slider on the mix to the right on the mixer next to you. Yep,
Yeah.
at the bottom. Slider number 2. Put it all the way up.
How's that?
Braden, talk.
Yes?
Better. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else I can do for you so I can get a degree in tech? Be nice. one more thing about Valenti Subaru. They've got a program right now called, and you're going to hear more about it next week, called Adopt a Classroom. And you can actually go on Adopt a Classroom. I think it is .org. It might be .com, but I think I read it's .org. And it's through Subaru. They're doing it nationwide. And what it is in certain areas of the country, the Subaru dealers are paying to equip not only the students, but the classrooms with books and supplies. And yes, they are doing it here in Westerly. So thank you very much, Valenti Subaru. And again, even if you're not looking for an Outback, there's always a good deal. So get over there to Dunn's Corner, go see Tim Kaplan and his staff and his crew, and do what the mother-in-law did and get a good deal. What is mother-in-law's name?
Sheila.
Sheila?
Sheila.
Sheila. And Sheila talks for 3 hours?
Ask Ben.
I don't think Ben wants to get in trouble.
She is very spirited.
Oh, isn't yeah, he saved his butt. Yeah, he's got a birthday coming in 2 months, and that's why he did it. And right after that comes Christmas. And he likes where he's living. So, Ben, let's do the morning show, the three of us, Braden, you, and I. What's doing? I know you're not feeling well. And you're about the third person I've heard this week. In fact, one of them, and I hope she gets well very soon, Faye, who is the marketing lady from South County. I want to get this right. The South County, the folks in Charlestown who bring people here. I can't think of, I'll think of the name in a minute. South County
Tourism Council.
Tourism. Thank you very much. Glad you have your computer handy.
That was off the top of my head.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you for the top of your head. Well, Faye should know better because she's in charge of bringing people to our shores, and she loves our shores, and she spent a little too long on our shores and got heat stroke.
Oh no.
So she's okay. I mean, she's doing okay, but she hasn't been feeling well for a while, so she's taking it easy. So if you know Faye Panazopoulos, wish her well. She will make a full recovery. And they tell you, and they're right, don't ever take the heat for granted. Don't take the weather for granted. When they say just stay a short time or wear a hat or do this or do that, they mean it. But so we won't talk about your symptoms, but you will be well like tomorrow, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Braden. Braden, have you spent a lot of time at the shore this summer?
Actually, I haven't gone to the beach at all yet.
Well, no wonder you're bored. Do you like the beach or no? Some people don't.
It's okay. I'm in the middle because when I was younger, I almost got carried away by the waves.
You know something? I'm looking at you and I am reliving I won't go in the ocean. I'm not a beach person.
Yeah.
I was not when I was young. Well, I was younger. I was a teenager and I almost got carried away by the waves and wound up like upside down in it. And I was terrified.
Yeah.
I have never gone back in the ocean since. So I can agree with you. And there are people who won't go in the ocean because they saw Jaws. I don't blame them. I really don't. I mean, Mr. Spielberg did a lot to turn people off, but there's still a lot of crowds.
Ben, why did you change the thing to free babysitting with Rona Mann?
Because I thought it was funny. I made the title "Free Babysitting with Rona Mann."
Three babies. Oh, and
I changed it back to Kid Around Town.
Thank you. No, I've got man. Oh yeah, Kid Around Town.
Yep.
Well,
okay.
Thank you. Also on the ocean topic, thank you to my uncle and aunt for saving me, or I would have gotten carried away to shore or to the sea. I don't know.
So how long have you
You're
been
welcome.
working here?
I mean, technically, I don't work here because I'm not old enough, but I've been helping. I've been helping produce like softball games and stuff for.
I hope they're paying you something. Ben's loaded,
No, he isn't.
right?
That is not true.
They don't
And-
pay you in. Do they pay you in pizza?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's pretty good. Pizza's not cheap.
Braden produced his first church service when he was 5 years old.
Did you
Yeah.
really? Was
Yeah.
this Christ Episcopal?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
It
used,
was.
he used to produce Compline almost every Wednesday night with Father Eric.
Yeah.
So you're really learning the boards and learning the mixers.
Yeah.
And,
The second I'm able to work, I'm gonna be working here, and I'm gonna go work at the Nordic in Charlestown
oh yeah.
because my dad worked there for 14 years.
Did they
and-
give them free food? Those who work
Mhm.
there?
Yeah. But, if you like stayed, you could take like the leftovers that they didn't like use and they made too much of.
All right, now, for those of you who are watching us or listening to us in Washington State or Texas or England or wherever, and you don't know what the Nordic is, the Nordic
good.
is an amazing place here in little old Rhode Island, in Charlestown, Rhode Island. It's literally buried. I mean, I've seen people get lost.
It's one
We've
of the
been there
top 10
before.
buffets in the country. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I
sure.
know. It's an amazing buffet. Do you remember how many items there are?
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
I went and I actually got overwhelmed in there. I was,
well,
like,
you
freaked
can.
out because there was so much food, and I was like,
Yeah.
What?
I've never actually been to Nordic Lodge to eat. I went to Family Day once.
Yeah, for family, people who work there, they can bring like their family on like July.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't
Family
know
Day
that.
where I usually, when I went, I just played beach ball the entire time. Didn't eat, didn't do anything. Just played
You
beach
can
ball.
be totally overwhelmed. I was
Or
treated
volleyball,
there
volleyball.
once, probably 12 or 15 years ago, and I don't have a big enough appetite. I mean, you
Yeah.
have to have, it's all you can eat, but it's not all you can eat, you know.
It's as much as you can eat.
Yeah. It's as much as you can eat, but it's not like school food. This is as much as
It's
you
like
can eat.
fish.
Whole lobsters,
Yeah.
steak, shrimp, big
Like-
stuffed shrimp,
Yeah.
scallops, all kinds of meat.
Fries, chicken tenders.
Oh, keep
they have-
going.
They have so much stuff.
All the sides, all the salads.
dad used to
there's
bring-
chowder, and then there's desserts.
Yeah, my dad used to bring me home chicken tenders and fries, and I would stuff my face.
Oh, I
They
bet.
were so good. I love them.
Yeah, I bet.
One of the perks of knowing Braden's dad is his dad is an incredible grill cook
Yes.
now. So like
Same with my uncles, kind of.
having a steak that Braden's dad cooks is insane.
Chef's kiss.
So it's so good. And ironically,
He worked on the grill for like 5 years, so.
Braden
Yeah, well,
isn't-
there's an art to cooking a steak. You just don't throw it on and flip it a couple of times. You have to know how to get the char on the
Yeah.
outside. But if somebody wants it rare inside,
Yeah,
keeping it like
The
that, and
inside
not
is hard
drying
to
it.
get. Yeah.
I always would order a well done steak until until I had a steak that was grilled by Braden's dad.
You ordered well done?
I as a kid and stuff, until I had one of your dad's steaks, I always ordered well done.
I'm looking at the face he's making.
I'm
I
disappointed in you, Ben.
I spent a lot of years with a man who would only eat well done because that's how he was raised. And he never changed. So he would send it back and send it back. And in a restaurant, he would say, I want it well done. And then he would say to the waiter or waitress,
Is this
when the
well done?
smoke alarm goes off, that's when you can bring it to me. And he would send it back. It had to be gray inside. It was, ugh. But there are people who were raised like that, or that's what they like.
Depends on different people have different taste buds. I'm very picky.
So am I. What are you picky about?
I don't really like a lot of fish. I don't like I don't really like anything that I don't like vegetables. I love fruit, which I can't have right now.
Why can't you have fruit right now?
The what's it called? The thingy the
Okay, well, we can just leave
I
it
don't know
as
what it's
can't
called.
have fruit right now.
How was the pizza I made you last night?
pretty good, but it caused some stomach troubles.
Oh. Well, stomach troubles brought to you by. Okay. We have probably about another 7 or 8 minutes before Bill Daugherty comes in. We had Bill Haney. Bill Daugherty is our movie guy from the Mystic Luxury Cinemas, South County Cinemas, Madison, Connecticut Cinemas, and the Westbrook Cinemas. And
Brayden, you like movies. We were talking
Yeah.
about going to see a movie last night,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm glad we didn't because we didn't even get through the movie that we watched at home. But
Yeah.
what
did you all
movie are
fall
you,
asleep?
No.
what
We just-
movie are you excited to go see right now?
Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm really excited.
Well, I think that, in fact, I know that's playing in Mystic.
It's playing in United too, also, which is like
Yeah, around the
Right
corner
there.
from here. Yep.
I think right.
But you know
No,
what?
it's down there.
If you play your cards right, you might be able to get a free pass to the one in Mystic when Bill comes in, because he comes with free passes to the movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that worth a little ride? Nothing against the United. We love the United, but
United's amazing, but it doesn't
free
have
is for
heated
me,
seats.
right?
It doesn't have heated seats. That's amazing, though. I love the United.
The United is fantastic. I love Mystic Luxury Cinemas. I also love All South County Cinema
Yes.
in South Kingstown.
Well,
I've
they've
never
got
been to
double
that.
the amount of auditoriums because of the space.
Yeah,
And the one in South Kingstown used to be owned by Bill Haney,
I
who
miss
was
the
our guest earlier.
I miss the one that I don't remember what it was called, but the one that was by the Stop and Shop in Connecticut.
Regal.
Yes.
Regal.
Now
Yeah.
they are apartments. Have you seen how fast they went up?
Yeah, they went
Wow.
up fast, like
really
6 months.
fast.
You
Yeah,
went
they
to
did, but we
Regal?
need them. Yeah, it was
I
Regal.
went to I
Wow.
I think it was Regal. I know there's a Regal in Waterford.
yeah, I
by
still see Regal
BJ's.
gift cards sometimes, and I'm like, those
Yeah.
aren't near us. Why would we anyone?
Hey, don't tell Bill, but I realized the other day, the last time I went to see a movie in theaters, Brayden was less than a year old.
Dude,
You know what? He
That's-
wouldn't mind because he builds
almost-
theaters.
that's
He
almost
doesn't go to
12
he doesn't
years
watch
ago.
movies.
Yeah,
That was almost 12 years ago, Ben.
I know. The last movie I went to see in theaters was The Force Awakens, and that was December 2015.
Yeah, I was. Hold on. How many months old was I?
Hmm?
7.
Man, let me count.
All right. While he's coming up with that, I can tell you I went to my first movie of 2026 about 2 weeks ago because I didn't like all the Spider-Man, the Marvel movies.
It's actually
That's not my
9
thing.
months.
Fair.
Okay. Are you still counting months over
No,
there?
he's right. He's right. I was wrong. What movie did you see, Rona?
I saw at the all South County cinemas. I saw the special. It's actually, well, it is a movie, but it was a live from London, Hadestown.
Ooh. I bet my
And-
mom would love to see that.
Yeah, that was it. Only played for about 3 or 4 days, but they're doing that right now. This week, I think they're doing 6.
Ooh,
The musical
that's good.
6.
I love that.
But I really wanted to see, because I like Andre de Shields, and I really wanted to see that. And it was, when it started, I had to get used to the whole way they were doing it, how it was being shot, because they shot it differently than a lot of them. They shot it live in the theater in the West End of London. So you see the people walking in, and they pull back the camera, and you see the audience, and then you see them coming from their dressing room up to the stage.
Oh,
But
that's
then
cool.
I got into it. And then once they started doing it, it was very good, because they had people from the London cast and the Broadway cast. So it was top notch. It really was very, very well done. Very long too.
I
It was
love a pro
3
shot.
hours.
Wow.
What did
3
you say?
hours?
I
Ben?
love a that's called a pro shot of a Broadway show.
Yeah.
Those are on
I
Disney Plus.
like, yeah, I love. I would rather, if you're gonna, I would rather never see another musical movie again. I don't want to. I don't care about turning musicals into movies.
What about Coco?
That's different. Animated is fine, but I would.
I'm with you, Ben. I have never cared much for
What about-
musical movies.
No, but
But
I would
this was
I would
different.
rather see I don't
Ben.
want to see. I don't want to see a period appropriate Hamilton.
Then
You know what I mean? I would rather see the Hamilton that we got, which was a professional shot of the Broadway show.
Yeah.
That's what one of the best things about going to school in New York was we had access to the Lincoln Center archives, where we could go see every Broadway show in the last 50 years or whatever has a professionally shot production for the
I did
archives.
not know that.
But
Wait.
you can't see them. You can't just see them. But theater students in New York can, with their student ID, go to Lincoln Center and in the library
cool.
watch it.
Excellent.
cool.
I did not know that. Braden, you wanted to say something, and then we're
Yeah.
going to go to break.
Ben,
What up?
you said you don't really care about musical movies, right?
Yeah.
Rent.
I prefer the 2019 or whatever it was version of Rent, where they filmed the stage version, to the 2005 movie.
Huh?
Okay.
Well,
Braden, you've seen both of them, right?
no, I've only seen the movie.
Oh, well, there's another version of it where they just filmed the Broadway show, and that's what I prefer.
So a pro shot.
Yeah,
Okay.
I prefer a pro shot. Not that I didn't love the Rent movie. I did. It was my first experience with Rent. But anyway, all right, Rona, when we
Well,
get back,
If we have any listeners and streamers left after this half hour, we're going to be taking a break, right? And when we come back to Man About Town, we will be with Bill Doherty, our movie guy, find out all the new movies that are coming in, see if we can get Braden to work them a little bit. And we will be back with all of you. This is Man About Town, a production of 321 Media, brought to you by Valenti Subaru at Dunn's Corner, where right now they are adopting classrooms nationwide and right here in Westerly. And you can find out about a 0.9 APR financing deal on the new Outback. We'll be right back. I see Lathrop Insurance. I don't see them.
At the Ocean Community YMCA, community means showing up across 4 branches and 2 summer camps, all rooted in one shared mission. Every day we bring people together to grow stronger in spirit, mind, and body. From fitness floors to youth programs, from lifelong friendships to unforgettable summer memories. No matter your age or stage of life, there's a place for you here to belong, to thrive, and to be supported. This is the place where everyone belongs. This is the Ocean Community YMCA.
Experience local excellence with Roof Right Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roof Right specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roof Right is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
I'm Ryan Collins. I'm the clinic director in specialized orthopedic physical therapy. Every time you come in, you work one-on-one with the physical therapist. Personalized one-on-one care with that person. Working with Wood River is very beneficial because we have great relationships with all the doctors. Do not hesitate to give us a call, come in for an evaluation, or talk to your doctor, and they can refer you to physical therapy.
I'm Josh Sherman, owner of Breachway Building Company. We specialize in kitchens, bathrooms, interior renovations of all kinds. Please feel free to give me a call to help you out with your next project. Breachway Building Company. We are building your dreams one wall at a time.
I'm Gretchen Miller. I'm the owner of Martin House Books in Westerly, Rhode Island. We have 2 floors. The top floor is all adults. The bottom floor is children's. We have the cafe here too. That's a separate business, Cafe 1888. Come down to Martin House Books, enjoy a great coffee, and pick out another great read.
The largest reason we opened up Seaside Pharmacy was to help our community better than the big box stores. We get to know you better, fast and friendly service. So we'd love to have you come in and check out Seaside Pharmacy and see what we have to offer.
She's there, she's everywhere, she's everywhere. She's a man about town and she knows what's going down.
Not in front of your head, not in front of your face. How's his mic, Ben? Oh, Ben.
What do we usually put?
Ben must be taking a break. So,
I'm here.
Okay.
There's Mr. Ben.
Well, Bill just wants to know where the mic is. Is that a good position? Is that too
That's
high
good.
for him?
Okay.
Okay. Welcome back to Man About Town, and the guy who likes to give me little heart palpitations but I looked out the window and there he was coming up the street. He is a man of his word and doesn't let us down. He just told Braden that, and that's right. Welcome back to Man About Town, production of 321 Media. I've got 2 producers today. I've got Ben at our remote location. I've got Braden a few feet away, and
Hi.
Bill will be telling me what to do all the time anyway, because he
We're gonna
always
have some
does.
fun today.
Welcome to Bill Daugherty from the Mystic Luxury Cinema and the All South County Cinemas, the Madison Cinema, and the Westbrook Cinemas. You came on the heels of another movie theater guy. Bill Haney was on with us, not in studio, but he was on talking about the opening at Theater by the Sea this weekend.
Yes.
And all his projects that are going on. And he got his start, he told us, in Dorchester when he was 14 years old, working for free. So all you people, you're all crazy.
We are a little bit. We've all been doing it for a long time. I'm familiar with Bill. We actually have a partnership in one of our theaters together. He has some great operations over there at Theater by the Sea. It's really, really beautiful what he does over there. And he's got the North Shore Music Hall too. So
North Shore Music Theater, and he is opening a huge one at the Cape. He's got the movie part open.
Yep.
He's adding live theater and a cabaret and 50,000 square feet at the Cape Cod Mall.
yeah, that's correct. He's got quite a project going there. My partner Harold has also consults with Bill, so he's been helping him on these projects.
Yeah, you guys are not really competitors. You all work together.
Yeah, well, as independent theater operators, first of all, there's very few of us now that do this as independent
That's
operators.
true.
So, we do have it's called Tone Theater Owners of New England Association, which is tied into our bigger organization called Cinema United.
Yeah.
Which is out of Washington. So we have our lobbyists down there that are always working on, different issues that come up in our industry.
Are there less of you now because of all the what do you call something like Marvel? It's not a syndicate.
When you
It's
say
a,
less of us, you mean
Yeah.
less independent operators?
yeah,
Yes. The answer to that is yes.
yeah.
Matter of fact,
But you are the good old fashioned ones that grew up. I mean, you had it with your dad. Bill Haney was talking about there was a little old lady in Dorchester,
Yes.
and he would hang out at the theater and say, I want to work here.
That's-
And he
yeah.
would work for free because he wasn't old enough. And you were 3 years old and you were working for free.
Yep, same thing with my
That's what
partner
I'm
Harold.
doing.
Same thing. So people that get involved in this when we're young, some of us stay with it, and we really love doing it.
Well, you're not 3 anymore.
No, I'm not 3 anymore, but the last couple of days I've been getting your text to remind me that we're going to be.
Oh, did I
together.
send some?
Yeah, I got some text, but I can so I love just kind of reviewing with myself things that we're going to be talking about. As you recall, one of the things you always talk to me about is the different trends in our industry, where we're going with this.
Yeah, exactly.
Boy, how happy are not only myself and my partner, but a lot of folks in our industry. What a great summer we've had. Spider-Man, Odyssey, and are we back to where we were with COVID as far as attendance? No, but it's trending there. After years of seeing declines or going flat, our whole industry has really seen a big uptick this year.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just the blockbusters.
Yeah, well, Bill actually said this is the biggest summer for movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really has been.
Spider-Man's a big one.
That's the big one, yes. And I've talked about this before. When you have that kind of film, that will override the weather. It could be a gorgeous day, and we're still going to be selling these auditoriums out.
Yeah.
If it rains, forget it. We don't have enough seats.
I was telling our audience and my 2 producers that I saw my first movie of 2026 because I'm still waiting for, I think, the fall. I'm waiting for a movie that's got actors and a plot. But I went to All South County a couple of weeks ago and I saw Hadestown from that production from London.
Right.
And what a great thing that was to see. And I know they either last week or right now they're doing 6. And I know there will be other productions like that. But that's a great thing to see.
That's a great example of what you're saying here. This is something I've always talked about the theaters are there open all the time. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
But they're always there. You just mentioned you hadn't been to a movie in all of 2026.
Right.
Okay. But you did come see this show that really appealed to you. You came down, enjoyed yourself, hopefully bought some popcorn.
Oh boy, did I. A bigger one than normal, too.
But then your commentary also that you're looking forward to the films in the fall. Well, that's my favorite part of the year. I love it when we turn over from the blockbuster popcorn movies that may not appeal to you and I, but Braden over here.
Oh, they sell out. Obviously,
he'll love that. But we get a different demographic that starts coming in the fall.
Sure. And, kids go back to school.
Exactly.
And and then of course you get ready for the blockbusters of Thanksgiving and Christmas too.
And that's what I've always loved about our industry. So we see tremendous highs when you open up an Odyssey or you open up a Spider-Man, but then you also will see your lows too.
Before we go on, I just want to tell you what you're doing next month.
Oh, okay. What am I doing next month?
Next month, the 3rd Wednesday of the month, and I had the date written down, but you're always here on the 3rd Wednesday. You will be here with, I believe her first name is Shireen. She is the lady from the Mystic Film Festival.
Yes, so
and
we'll be together.
As I
That'll
was
be great.
reading all this stuff, I'm saying to myself, how is it all these years we never had them on? And you would talk about it. You would say, so I looked up the dates and I contacted her. And she and I now are old buddies. I gave her the option of coming in today for half an hour or coming in for a full hour next month, and then working right from her hour into yours and with you. And
so she'll be in studio.
She will be here.
It'll be always great to see Cherie.
Definitely.
I still remember the day that she came. She made an appointment. It took her a while, but to coordinate all this. But she asked to meet with Harold and I, and she had this idea. And I can't tell you what a joy it's been, what a pleasure it's been to work with her and to see the success.
People love film, especially younger people now.
But the challenge in something like this is, first of all, there's many, many challenges. And I don't even see them that she has to face. But from our point of view, is to get something like this off the ground, that could take many, many years. And I think we're coming on, is it 8 or 9 years that we've been doing this now with her?
Yeah.
And it's really, really taken off. Many times, including here in the studio, I was stopped by people in town talking to me about a film that they either were selected to show there or maybe they were part of the film. But I get a lot of commentary on this.
Which is terrific. I actually was stopped in, you know where Richmond, Rhode Island is?
Yes, I do.
It's about as big as the studio. But I was in Richmond, Rhode Island about a week ago. And I was in a store and the manager said to me, I was home the other day and I was going through stuff and I saw she was going through some of the podcasts on YouTube. And she said, I saw you and I knew you from coming in. So I started to watch it. And she said that there was a guy on with the movies. She went to the movies that night. She said it was the first time in months. So there you are. If you're wondering, are they out there? They're out there.
100%. And I always say, I only need to get you in there once. Hopefully we give you a great experience and it becomes part of your routine because nothing better than going to sit and watch a movie on the big screen.
All right. So when Braden goes back to school in a couple of weeks, what movies are coming in? The adult movies. Well, I shouldn't say adult films. That's got a whole other.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing. But let's see. I'm going to have to review all this.
The stuff with actors and plots and not robots.
There's some children movies that have plots.
Yeah.
Some.
Yeah, there are a couple out there.
Let's see what Harold's got coming in here. August 28th, The Dog Stars. And again, I don't know.
Oh, I did read about that.
Yes, yep. How about this one? Coyote versus Acme. And that was that Looney Tunes with the Roadrunner.
Oh, yeah.
I heard about that.
So it's Coyote versus Acme.
Acme. And it was done years ago and got lost in, I don't know for any other word, lost in translation and just never made it out for
So is it a cartoon?
Yeah. And
that's not what I'm talking about here.
I thought you were talking about
he might like to.
It's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's a mix of cartoon and live action.
Right.
There you
go. And I didn't want to say Roger Rabbit. So how about a movie?
A movie, okay. Let's see. A lot of these are, we have coming in October is the new Tom Cruise movie Digger, where he plays the oil tycoon down in Texas.
Okay.
That's a bunch of our anniversary screenings. We got those coming up. We're doing a flashback series.
Oh, I know those are great. Let's tell the audience about the flashback series.
Let me get the poster up here for that. I don't know. I don't think he's actually posted that. During our break, I'll bring up the poster and we can look at that.
Okay.
But I can tell you one of them, and this one I actually picked myself. I wanted to do a double feature for Alfred Hitchcock, and we're going to do Birds and Psycho.
Oh.
One admission, you get to see both of them.
Wow.
That's pretty neat, isn't it? So yeah, that's going to start here in September. And I think it's every Tuesday night, and every Tuesday night right through the New Year's, there'll be a film from the yesteryears.
And will you be doing the two every Tuesday night? Or
No, that's the only double feature we do this one. But
and when is the Hitchcock one?
I'm going to look that up on our break. I'm going to bring up the poster. I can have all your dates for you.
I don't know how I always loved Hitchcock. I don't know how I missed it, but I never saw The Birds. So
Yeah.
I would like to see it. Yeah, this
See that
sounds
on the big screen.
you will definitely sell out with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine because I've seen trailers, and I cannot imagine with the noise of the birds and the birds coming around the head, what that's got to be like on a big screen.
That
was that Tippi Hedren?
Yes.
Wow.
That series has done very well for us. Not all of them are going to work. Not all of them do. A good example, I thought Officer and a Gentleman would do very well in Mystic, and we showed it. It didn't do too well.
Huh.
But that's okay, because the following
you never know, do you?
You don't know. So we know that going in. But you kind of get a little loyal following that looks forward to these, because we remember going to see them on the big screen. So then also we have the opera starting up here in a couple of weeks. I think the first one is September.
And these are live from the Metropolitan Opera, right?
Exactly. Yep. You can go on our website and you can see the full lineup for their tickets are on sale for that right now.
And there's certainly an audience who appreciates that.
Oh, very much. We have our tickets open all the way into, I believe the season ends sometime around March or April. And all those shows are open. So somebody that's really interested in the operas could actually go online right now and buy tickets to every show till next April.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
So will there be like a season ticket rate, or do they have to buy them individually?
You have to buy them individually. We tried to do a whole package. It didn't really take off. So we keep it as a single rate. And that we do that in Madison, Mystic, and South Kingstown.
And what are you doing on first Friday nights beginning in the fall?
Oh, your favorite.
My favorite.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh,
yes.
God in heaven.
Funny you mentioned that one. We have a gentleman now who does our graphic design in-house down in South Kingstown. And so we don't have to farm that out. And he designed a beautiful Rocky Horror poster last night. So I give a big shout out to Sam Laurie. He did a fantastic job. And on that, it has all the dates all the way till next Christmas.
Oh.
The poster shows all the lineup with Rocky Horror for the whole year. The only 2 months we don't do that is January and February. And the reason for that is if we hit a snow day, the cast of RKO is traveling.
Right.
So to have them on the roads, and then all of a sudden it snows.
Yeah, a lot of them are from Boston. I know Boston and Providence.
Right. They travel distances to come down and perform. So what we don't want to do is have anybody, down here and all of a sudden it's snow, and then what do we do? So those are the 2 months. But 10 times a year, yes, you can come over and see Rocky Horror.
You mean I get 10 shots to see it again? Okay.
Hey, I want to tell you something, a little personal thing I've been working on. My sister had became a grandparent a couple of years ago, and she has a grandson and a granddaughter. So there's something that I wanted to do for them, and it may not mean much to any other person, but to me it does. And I was able to go online, and I found some of the old Disney, what I call one sheets, them as posters. And so what I did was I'm starting a little collection, and they're being put away they're not for my sister's grandkids, they're for her grandkids' grandkids. And I have
talk about a legacy.
Well, because I have a specific note in this box, because I want them so that by the time they get to where they would be, they'll be 100 years old. So I was like a little kid the other day.
It's going to be worth a lot of money.
Well, yeah, maybe by then, but they weren't too bad today. But yeah, you get a kick out of the first three that I chose. You went on movieposters.com, and they have all the posters of movies.
So there is such a website.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's fascinating. It really is. I see what some of those posters are worth that I threw away. Raiders of the Lost Ark, all of those. It's amazing, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But
do you know? I'm just going to interrupt for just a second. because the next time you see Bill Hanney, when he said he started at age 14, he said, were you paid? He said, yeah, she paid me in movie posters. It would be interesting to know if he kept any of them, or as a kid, if he said, yeah, after a couple of years, because you never know, something's going to be worth something.
I can tell you Bill has collected them.
You
know, now understanding sometime around 1980, the posters started. For this show, I'll call them posters. They are actually called one sheets, and but it bothers me to call them posters, but I will for you. The posters came in and started. They were rolled. Prior to that, say in 1980 and before, or even the early 80s, they used to come in all folded. So you'd have creases, and they used to be mailed to like my dad's office, and then he'd bring them home, and we'd have stacks of them in my house, stacks of these things.
But they had creases.
Which, as
see, I had to get the creases out.
Put them in picture frames, and then they're flat.
Well, no, but and they are, but you still see the creases. Well, when they came out with, I remember when I was running the theaters at the time, and they came out with these new posters, the rolled ones. We thought that was the best thing, right? New, nice graphics, and there's no creases on it. Well, today, fast forward to 2026, the only ones I want are the folded ones. And I was like a little kid in a candy store.
Now, why? Because they're worth more?
Well, because they come from an era that I grew up as a little kid.
Okay.
Doesn't mean I like one poster over the other, but
I would think they'd be in better shape, because if they've been folded, they don't have as much chance to get, the edges get crummy.
I was a little kid in a candy store the other day when all of a sudden I came home and there was a package on my front door. My first 3 posters I ordered had arrived.
And what were they?
I picked the first movie that I remember going to see, at the first 2.
Not Steamboat Willie.
No, that I actually remember going with, once with another family and once with my mother. And that was Swiss Family Robinson. And the posters are, I'm not going to say mint condition, but they're in very, very good condition. And the other one was Swiss Family Robinson. Herbie the Love Bug. And the reason I got that one, because I remember going to the Milford Post Theater. It was a single screen theater. And I was fascinated because somehow they had a real Herbie the Love Bug in the lobby.
Really?
They drove it into the lobby.
Wow.
And it was all roped off. And to me, that's
the kind of thing you guys do now. I mean, you
I know,
had things
but
like,
yes, but to put a real car
back then, that had to be amazing.
For a little kid, 7 years old, walking into this brand new theater and seeing a car in a lobby was pretty wild. I have to say that.
Yeah.
And the other one, this one, I remember my dad playing the movie, and it's to this day now it is a very controversial Disney film. But I'm sure you remember the song Zippity Doo Dah.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, I got
that's Jungle Book.
No, Song of the South.
Song of the South.
So
yeah.
I have an original poster of Song of the South.
Now, are you going to put these up anywhere, or you're just going to be keeping them for the granddaughter's granddaughter?
I had a couple of bold frames of my own, so I put those in my living room, and I put 2 of them up. And what I'll do is I'll change them out every once in a while, because I want to add to this collection. There's a couple of the other Disney ones, Absent-Minded Professor, The Computer Who Wore Tennis Shoes, all of those that I remember.
Here's a question for you. And of course, well, I mean, you can answer it with a lot more intelligence than I could even think of because of your field.
You might be giving me too much credit there.
I don't think so. I don't think so. It's for your granddaughter's granddaughter someday. When they are around, and Lord knows we're all going to be long gone.
Yep.
But when they're around,
Probably even
will
me.
Disney still be around, do you think? Or do you think it will have evolved so much to something else?
Yes, me.
It's going to, yes, it's going to evolve into something else. And especially, I mean, let's face it, how many years it's been, but the Disney family, it's been many, many years.
Yeah.
And I often
And different owners.
right, and so is Walt Disney's vision what somebody else's vision is? No.
Yeah.
Because
See, you knew that.
yeah, well, back then they wouldn't even release R-rated movies. Well, now they have whole divisions of this. They own 20th Century Fox, so they have all different divisions. But hopefully, it'll always be associated with great family entertainment, and certainly be hopefully the great filmmakers going forward that will be able to continue on the great traditions they've had. That's for sure.
We've got about 2 weeks or so, depending upon what school system we're talking about, but approximately 2 weeks before most kids go back to school. Do you still have is it Tuesday or when? It's Wednesday, or Tuesday and Wednesday, the family morning deal?
That goes right to the end of the month.
To the end of August.
Right. I think today's Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday, and it is the 19th.
Yeah, and we rotate that. So I think Mystic is Tuesdays and Thursdays, and South Kingstown is Wednesdays and Fridays. Same thing with the other theaters. And
well, tell people what we're talking about, because they may not know.
Right. Every twice a week, what we do is we offer we call it our family series, where all seats are $2, and it gives the family an opportunity.
But you don't have to have kids.
No,
you could be 60 years old and bring your $2 and get in and watch.
Right. You're going to see something maybe from last summer, the summer before, say Madagascar or something like that. But to somebody that's their first time going to a theater, doesn't really matter what they're seeing. They're going to see something on the big screen, and they're going to have a great opportunity. So when you have a young family, especially to say a father that's got 3 or 4 kids that wants to come out and take his family, well, for $10 you can come down and see a movie, get your whole family in.
Can't do that. I mean, you can't even see one movie for $10 in many theaters.
Yeah. And you and I have often talked about the challenges that we face all the time in our industry, really because it keeps evolving. Whether it's from the film side, from our facilities needing upgrades, it's always evolving. But
right.
What doesn't change is the hopefully 5 times a year that we get the average person to come into our buildings to give them a great experience. That's the challenge.
Let's talk before we go to break. I want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, and maybe a foot below my heart, and that's popcorn. Your popcorn is amazing. I don't know how you keep it. I know your places are beautifully air conditioned and that dries the air out, but we have had a summer of humidity unlike we had in a long time. I was not in a movie theater. I was in a restaurant and a lounge on Sunday, and I was actually sitting at the bar, and they had popcorn. And
how was it?
It was terrible. I will never
I knew the answer to that.
I will never turn down popcorn because they said, hey, you want popcorn with your drink? I said, sure. And the guy brought over a bowl of popcorn, and the humidity had gotten to it. It was the flattest, dampest, most awful. And, I wasn't going to sit there giving me free popcorn. I was going to say it's terrible. But I'm looking at people around the bar, and people weren't eating it. It wasn't good. How do you keep it so great? Because when I went to see that movie at All South County, I was going to say it was like it was just made. It was just made.
Yep.
It was fantastic.
Question for you, this lounge that you were at, did you see a popper there? Were they popping it?
They had a machine, a regular machine that you would have in a restaurant or bar.
Right, a smaller little popper.
They weren't, while I was there, they weren't popping it. They were giving me what was at the bottom.
Inside the popper, but it had a kettle inside.
It had a kettle.
Okay.
It did. Yeah, but your popcorn, and what's so great is I always forget to ask, but your people never forget to ask me. As they're putting it in the bag or in the container, they'll say, "Do you want butter with that?" And I know 99% of the people say yes. I've never liked butter on popcorn. So I always say no. But if they didn't ask and they just did it, I'd get it that way.
Well, all I'll say to you is that one time what you should do is just ask them to just put a little bit on. Because in our case, we use real butter.
It's so good.
Isn't it good? Huh, my friend over there?
Yours is so great. Even that's what I'm saying. It's so great without the butter.
It's so much better with it, though.
Well, to our good friend point here is what's really great about our popcorn is the people that prefer the butter on it, we don't have to put very much on it. Unlike where they have these other, we'll call them butter flavored toppings that other theaters use, you kind of got to put a lot on it because it is what it is. It's
Well,
oil.
it's plastic, most
Now,
of that stuff.
If we just hit it with our butter, butter's got a little sweetness in it. So you don't need a lot on
That's why I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't like to mix. I like savory.
Yeah.
I like, just give me the salt.
Yeah, and it tastes fine just that way.
Oh, it's fantastic. It really is. And it's so good. And it lasts. We are going to come back with Bill Daugherty.
We'll talk more popcorn.
Yes, we'll talk popcorn. We'll talk movies. We'll talk everything very shortly. You are streaming with us, stream along with us at Man About Town, a production of 321 Media, the streaming service of the Northeast. And we will be back with all of you after you see some of the best businesses in town.
Hi, I'm Chris Kozłowski, owner of Broadview Florist and Garden Center in Dunn's Corners. For over 40 years, our family-owned business has been your go-to destination for beautiful, custom-made floral arrangements. Whether it's a special event or just to brighten up your day, we create highest quality designs tailored just for you. Trust Broadview Florists to make every moment unforgettable. Visit us today or give us a call at 401-322-0390.
I'm Dale Sold, the owner of Shoreline Painting and Cabinet Refinishing. My vision for the company has always been to elevate paint contracting. When you call, you get a live person. Typically, we have estimates out the same day. We have really good communication with our customers daily. We make sure you're completely happy before we leave the project. We service residential and commercial customers. The commercial work we do is typically more community-oriented. We just completed a expansion of our shop. We added 3 more spray booths to allow us to increase capacity. You can find us at 77 Stillman Ave in Pawcatuck. You can find us on our website at shorelinepaintingri.com, or you can call the office 401-834-1684 to book an estimate.
Ever thought about leveling up your fitness game in a fun and meaningful way? Kiefer's Martial Arts on Granite Street has everything you're looking for. Kickboxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and of course, adult karate. It's not just about getting fit, it's about building your self-confidence, discipline, and that unstoppable feeling you get from all your hard work. Stop in to Kiefer's Martial Arts today to sign up.
Hi, I'm Neil Anthus, owner of Sound Financial Partners. We're a full-service financial planning practice dedicated to optimizing your investment, tax, and cash flow strategies. As fiduciaries, we always keep our advisory clients' best interests in mind when making recommendations. Whether you're preparing for retirement or growing your business, we're here to help you achieve your financial goals. Ready to start your journey to financial success? Visit us at our Wesley office or give us a call at 401-642-4333.
Oh, let's go down to Toscanos. Men shop downtown Westerly, where style and class go hand in hand. You can look your best and dress to please. buy the right shoe, get the left one free. And if Paulie makes fun of you, you get an even bigger discount too. Tuscano's men's shop since 1911. She's there, she's everywhere, she's everywhere. She's a man about town and she knows what's going down.
We are back here at Man About Town. It has been an interesting day. We have our major producer, Ben Barber. He is at our remote studio. We have, what's his face there? Yeah. Yes, our co-producer. And we have one of our favorite guests, probably one of the oldest, and I don't mean that chronologically.
No,
I mean in time you've been with us. You've been with us going on 9 years now.
You know, when you say
We're getting old together. Bill Doherty from the cinemas.
I still remember those awesome days when it was me, you, and your husband, Dave.
Yeah.
We'd sit at the round table there. We had so much fun.
We've had a lot of locations.
Yeah, and it's a pleasure to come over and see you once a month, and I love to come over here and honor both your husband and our dear friend Chris.
Our dear friend Chris DiPaolo.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
Right. So I know that they're both looking down and very happy that we continue to do this.
I know we're not going to talk right now so much about what's coming to the theater, but can you talk about, and I know you can, some of the major changes you've seen since you were 3 years old and started? I mean, you were 3, you were just following around after your dad, but from the time you got into it seriously, which was your teenage years, right? Isn't that when you built your first theater on paper?
Yeah, it was in my teenage years.
Are they changes for the good necessarily?
That's a very loaded question because
okay. You can talk.
I can go off in so many different ways about that. To answer your question, 100%. Okay, that the evolution and changes have always been there, back even when I started on this. But here's the thing: if I didn't change through those, I would be done.
Yeah.
Because if I thought that when I got into this and they were just starting to build 2-screen theaters, which at the time was a big deal, that you could have the choice of 2 films in one building. And if I thought I was going to stay that way from when I started, I would have never made it.
Why did people quit the movie business? Is it because of those changes, do you think? Or because they got, people that, like your dad, who built theaters, and the amount of owners went down over the years? Was it because they got nervous when they saw the year when they'd have the high times and the real lows, and they didn't have the brains that you and your dad had about figuring it out?
Well, for me to answer that, that doesn't go just to our industry. It goes to all industries. Of seeing
people panic,
right? And to be in business as an independent, say a restaurant today.
Oh yeah,
okay.
That's a tough business.
But yet, when you're talking, when my dad was doing it in the 70s and 60s, there was a lot more of that. You saw that where families would have these independent restaurants where the family would be working in them all the time. So we see a lot less of that, obviously, with the franchises and corporations. And that's what happened to our industry, where a lot of these theater chains, you may know them as, say, a Regal or a Cinemark, as the big behemoths in our industry. But a lot of that was made up by them buying smaller theater chains. They went into these areas, such as was done to my dad back in '86. When the theater out at Crossroads in Waterford was being built. Instead of competing with that new company coming in with the new 8-screen theater, he sold his theaters to them. He had one in Norwich, Groton, Westerly, and Mystic. So that's how you saw a lot of that. You saw a lot of the independent.
So then what was left for him to do when he sold those 4?
He basically retired.
Ah.
He and I went on and did a theater together. My brother and he actually opened up a TCBY yogurt. Remember those?
Oh yeah.
My brother and father did that.
That went the way of Photomat, I think.
Exactly, it did. They got it just as it crusted, so it didn't work out that great. However, that's when my brother met his beautiful wife, and so it was all worth it. But that's what he did after the theaters, and that's another problem, is because when you're in this industry for so long, as say my dad was when he was 15, and so he did it for 50 something years. You could say, well, you sell your business and you could try something else. What is that something else? And that's something that would happen to me, is that if I said right now, okay, I'm going to sell my businesses, what am I going to do? Well, in my case, I'm 65. My dad was a little bit younger than this. I've already been doing it longer than
I was going to say, you've been doing it longer than he. If you go back to when you were 3.
That's right.
Yeah.
So for me, whenever my partner wants to finish. If not, we both have no desire to stop.
Great.
So like
now, your partner has a very sharp daughter, Samantha, who's doing the buying of the films and all of that.
Exactly.
But who do you have working with you? Lorraine?
Well, as far as the administrative, if you want to call it, our home office, be Harold and his daughter Samantha administrate the payrolls and the film buying and all the film payments and all that. When it comes to the operations, that's more myself, hands-on at the theaters. Not to say Harold doesn't come down there. Meeting him after a couple hours, we're going to be meeting in South Kingstown. He loves to come down and be part of what we do. He does live in Nahant, up in Massachusetts, so really I'm the boots on the ground. And but we both work very closely with our general managers. One of the things we do a lot, well, we do quite a few things differently than the big chains do, and that's why after I had worked for the chains for so long, I like to think I figured out what not to do.
All right, are you at liberty to say what not to do?
To me, it's very, very simple, and I understand as a small independent, I have much easier luxuries to make this type of operation work than a theater chain. So I'm acknowledging that up front. So things that I'm going to talk to you about, they may work for our theater chain. It's not going to work for, say, a big Regal or something. But me, it comes down to one simple thing. It is about us creating a culture inside those four walls that works for both sides of the counter. I mean, the patrons come up, they want to be there. They're in a good place. They have already bought their tickets. They can't wait to see the movie. It has to work for the other side of the counter also. What good is if I have all happy patrons walking up, but we have a miserable staff working?
Mm-hmm.
Or vice versa. What if the staff is all ready, they're excited, but you have patrons that are coming up with a bad feeling because they've been there before and it's dirty, not operated properly. So it's really, I have to look at these things on a big picture. So one of the things that my general managers know with working with me is I allow them the freedom to make their own schedules. However, they all know that you are responsible 365 days of the year for that theater. If you're going to go away on vacation, all you have to do is let me know, and I will be there if I have to. But I like to give them the flexibility. Great example, Raj had a monster, especially the end of July into August.
Raj, by the way, is the manager of the All South County Cinemas in South Kingstown.
And I'm just using him as the example, but it applies to the other theaters. And so he had gone 3 or 4 weeks. And remember, when this happens, you can't turn it off. You can't, Spider-Man showing, and you get done at midnight. A couple hours later, they're at your doorstep at 9 in the morning, and you're turning this whole thing on again. You
got to get the whole place cleaned.
That's right.
And get everything ready, concession-wise and every other-wise.
The one thing that they've all really learned, I've worked hard with them on this, is you cannot be managing the theater for today you better be a week, 2, 4 weeks ahead of yourself.
So you were saying about Raj, he had to leave 3 or 4 weeks?
No,
Or had to
he
go?
had about 5 or 6 weeks where he barely could breathe. Every day you're going down there, just turning and turning over the people. And last week, he and his wife Gabby took off. They went to Pennsylvania, New York, and visited family. I was so happy about that. All you had to do is call me up, tell me, listen, this is what I'm doing. I'll be gone these days, and that means the other part of our team has to step up.
Right.
Because I know with, like, say, theater chains, some of them won't allow the managers to take a vacation in the summer.
Mm-hmm. Because that's the hot time.
Again, it's different.
Literally.
It's different things like this that I give the flexibility to them. Now, say a Christmas week, nobody gets that off. But let's just say there was. And there was a request. Say Raj had a family, or Lorraine wanted to go somewhere for the week of Christmas. We'll figure that out too. But my point is, you're dedicated to it the whole year, and anybody that stays with it long enough understands. It's funny because I had this conversation with Raj yesterday. The harder you work when it starts hitting like this, the harder you work, the easier your job is.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you can look at it on the whole year. Can you imagine having a busy summer, Labor Day, everybody goes away, and you're standing in your lobby and looking in your auditoriums, and it's filthy.
Yeah.
Now look at how your fall is starting. That's not how we do it. Every day, the theaters have got to be kept to a certain level. And it makes it easier. Though all our theaters will spit out here at the end of the summer. We'll have certain maintenance projects that will go on, carpet cleaning and all that stuff to keep ahead. But those theaters are in pretty good shape after the summer. They really are.
It's good to know.
But to me, to answer your question, it's about creating that culture. Because if the general manager feels that way and really cares about that theater, everybody underneath him that works for him is going to feel the same way.
Yeah. It is. It's a tremendous responsibility. I mean, there are plenty of jobs out there that people go to 9 to 5 or whatever. And when they leave and they shut the door and get in their car, they're done till they go in the next day. But that's not true.
That's not true.
Where you are.
And that's why I'm upfront with all the managers about that, so that they understand this is 7 days. Yes, you're going to get your days off. And guess what? They've all been told, you get your vacation time. If you need an extra couple of days, take them. Who is to say a word? Bill, I'm going to go on from this day to this day. But they know ultimately what their responsibility is. And
does every one of your theaters then have an assistant manager?
Well,
I mean, if Raj wakes up one day and he's got a fever and a sore throat and he cannot go in, is there someone who can jump right in and take over?
Oh, 100%. They all have one assistant.
Good.
But then there's other part-time managers under that. Mystic, we probably have 5 managers.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
In that small theater?
Raj has 4 or 5, yeah.
Well, that's good.
Because remember, we're open 365, but we open up at 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning, till midnight.
Yeah.
And then when the shows are over at midnight, they have to stay and clean. Remember, we do all, unlike most theater chains, we do all of our in-house cleaning. And my belief on that, and I've made it work very much, pretty good. My partner didn't understand at the beginning. He wanted to go look at different services to come in. And my whole thing is, no, why should we pay a third person, a third party? I said, I'd rather put it in the pockets of our team. So somebody that comes to work for us as a floor staff and say it would be a 4 or 5 hour shift. Well, now we're able to extend that out to an 8-hour shift. But that's part of the
So
job.
it's win-win then.
For everybody.
And also, I mean, I'm of the belief if it's their place, they're going to clean it that much better.
Yeah. And what happens is the whole team goes to do it. And everybody knows that you cannot leave that theater until it's ready so that the morning crew comes in it's 100% ready because it won't work any other way. How could they leave things dirty and not stocked the night before, and then we walk in and open up Mystic at 8:30 in the morning? It won't work. And those.
And especially with your morning shows in the summer where they're bringing in families, kids, they don't want a filthy bathroom.
No.
They don't want food on the floor.
And the person coming there, we were on the screen as early as 8:30, 9 o'clock. The person coming in, the patron coming in at that time, that what they don't understand is that literally a couple hours before that, somebody was sitting in that chair, say at midnight. So when the shows end, we had one ending at 2:30 in the morning. We ran an 11:45 show of Spider-Man for 2 weekends in a row. Well, when they leave at 2:30 in the morning, the team had to stay there and clean. They didn't get done till 4 in the morning because we were opening up at 4 hours later. So how could that manager walk in at 8 o'clock in the morning and have a mess? So again, it works if you create the right culture.
Right.
And people know it. That's all I ask.
At your different theaters, who hires, not the managers, you hire the managers, but who hires the other people? Does the manager do that?
The general manager hires that.
And then do you come in and speak with them with new hires?
Yeah, of course. I eventually I get to meet everybody, but it's not only do they hire their own staff. For the most part, they will pick their. I shouldn't say pick. They'll develop their managers from within. Sometimes we have to go outside, but it always starts with their interview because they've got to work with those managers. Me personally, I've been this way my whole life. I'll work with anybody because anybody that's going to work around with me around the theaters, I'm only going to ask one thing. And I felt the same way.
Treat it like it's your own.
That's right. You have to care about this theater. I was the same way when I worked for a theater chain. So it's not just me, because I'm one of the principal owners of the theater. No, that's how I felt when I was a theater manager.
Isn't that true, though, of a good employee in any business? A restaurant, treat it like it's yours. You're a server, but treat it like, if you're bringing that food out or it's being plated, is that going to look good to you? Would you eat that? Would you accept this?
I've always tried to represent myself that way with anybody I've ever worked for. I like to always share the story. People, it's easy to talk about the shirt and tie with the movie theaters, but what people may not understand is that 6 years prior to getting back into the theater industry, I took a few years off. And believe it or not, I was in my early 40s, and I found a buddy of mine who owned a landscape company. And I went landscaping.
You wore a shirt and tie to landscape?
No, I didn't wear a shirt and tie, but I had put my work belt on with my pruners, and I spent 6 summers out in Jamestown.
Oh.
I had done corporate for so long. I wanted just something out there, physically go out and work.
Get dirty.
And one of the first days, first week, my friend Joe comes up to me. He says, Bill, he says, I got to ask you, he says, did you go to school for like pruning? I happen to be pruning trees for him. He goes, did you go to school for this? I was like, no, I just pick people's brains. I said, Joe, I will never go onto anybody's property and not do whatever job we were doing unless I did it with the same pride that if it was my own yard. Same thing, I feel that way about my movie theaters. So anybody that doesn't want to get on board with my thinking, well, they're not going to be part of my team. And that, because I hold myself to that same standard. I hold my partner to that same standard. When it's time for he and I don't want to do it anymore, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Because a theater, I've said it a million times, is unlike any other business in town. I know I'm biased to this, but it has a heartbeat. Movie theater has a heartbeat. We have retail, it could be a pharmacy, it could be fast food restaurants, it could be restaurants, they all come and go. But a movie theater, they're very special. And we've talked about this before. How many towns wish they had a movie theater back?
Yeah. The old-fashioned movie theater.
That's right.
The old time, yeah.
That's right. Because once it's gone, right here in this town. Right here in this town.
Yeah.
They lost one for 40-something years downtown. and they got it back, and they did a beautiful job. And,
Yeah, with United.
Right. And now that is preserved for generations, because look at the generations that didn't have it. You was a guest speaker at one of the churches recently, and I said to
That's right. You were at Central Baptist,
Yes.
weren't you, with Cal Lord?
That's right. And one of the things I posed to all the folks there was, how many times in the last 40 years did you drive by the United saying, I wish I could go see one more movie there?
Yeah.
Because a lot of them were pretty young.
Oh,
Younger.
that's what they did Friday night. They came. I mean, I've heard this from the locals. I wasn't here, but they came downtown. They stood in line on Canal Street to go to China Village,
There's lines there. I remember
have
that,
their
yeah.
Chinese food, and then they'd go to a movie.
And then, if you remember, across the street was the Wayfarer, where they used to screen movies.
I don't remember, but I've heard about it. Yeah.
And they did there'd be lines at the Wayfarer, people trying to get in to watch a movie. Matter of fact, if you go in there, what's it, Amigos now? If you go in there, you could actually see where the projection booth was. There's like a corner of the room, if I remember right, and you could see where it was just but they were
Now
so,
there is no projection booth anymore.
No.
Everything is digitized and
everything's
computerized, and
one of the projects Harold and I are looking at, it has no projection room, zero. There's no second floor. Everything is completely done in a pod.
so where does it come from then?
Well, in that pod is the projector.
Okay.
And the way it's designed now, or one of the designs they have is, say you had to work on the projector is actually on a track on the back wall of the theater. So you push a button and the whole pod comes down, and the technician is able to work right there. And here I go to the days where.
So now I wonder about if something goes wrong. I mean, well, something can always go wrong. The old projectors, the tape would break, or they'd have to switch to another reel. People would be yelling in the audience and all of that. But even digitally, you're going to have a problem, correct?
Yes, and the challenging part about that, at least from my point of view, is growing up in the industry. If one of our projectors, a 35 millimeter projector went down, I'd be able to look at it and say, okay, we spun a gear, we blew a bulb. There was very little things that can go wrong. It was all mechanical. If you change, like a car, if you change the oil in this, they ran for 40 something years. Today, when something goes wrong, I just look at it. It's just a black box with a lens coming out of it and a fan. So there's absolutely nothing that I can do to fix that. Now, there's troubleshooting that can be done, but Raj knows that kind of stuff. I'm not tech savvy on that. Either that, if he can't fix it, then we would have our support team, New England Theater Service. And this is even more crazy. He's able to go from his house outside New Haven, go online and monitor exactly what our machines are doing. So if there's something wrong with it, he could actually make changes from his house.
Wow. Our time is up.
Oh, this is always a lot of fun. We can keep talking.
So we could. I know we could. It's great talking to you. I never get tired of hearing about it. I learn something every week, every time you're here. We will see you again the third Wednesday of September, and that will be an all-film day because we will have with us one of the people behind, I guess she's the originator of the Mystic Film Festival. Yeah. So the Mystic Film Festival with Shireen will be on first, followed by Bill. If you love anything to do with film, you're definitely going to want to be here. And we want to see you next week.
The one thing I would like to point out about the Mystic Film Festival, again, she's done such a wonderful job, but she's also been able to expand that out. As you know, some of the screenings are right here at the United, which is fantastic. I know she's got some workshops. I believe they're down at the LaGroa Center. So,
right, and some are with you.
Exactly. So to see how far this has grown, and when I'm there the day of the festival, and you see the filmmakers and their families, in some cases have come from California to
really
to see their film premiered. Remember, these are not just filmmakers locally; they're from around the country. And,
Excellent.
she does a wonderful job. We're real proud to be part of it.
Well, thank you.
We'll see you next month.
We will see everybody here next week on Man About Town. I can't believe another month is gone. Last Wednesday of the month, we will have Lisa Kanicki on from the Ocean Community Chamber. And there's always ongoing events, both sides of the river there. And we will have all of you. I will remind everyone that this Sunday at 5:30, I believe, at the United, there is a great program put on by the Women's Voters League of South County. It is going to be a live show done by a professional actress. She will be embodying some of the very famous women that you don't know. Famous, but you don't know their names, from the all the different years. This is part of our salute to the 250 of the United States. So find out more. You can get tickets online from the United or at the box office this Sunday at 5:30. We thank you all. We will see you next week on Man About Town and 321. Have a great week.